Hey, welcome back. Today we're going to be jumping right back into the corporate romance that we started. We got chapter 1 done. It needs edited, but it is there. Chapter 2 was started, and then we will get through chapter 2 today, possibly even chapter 3, but at least chapter 2 is my goal. And so we have open router here. This is how much each little response will cost. It is the 13th. This is what I was doing earlier today. So everything after 742 will be us. We're still using Haiku, as you can see, with everything that I've done lately. It's incredibly cheap. And then I'll show you the total cost for the day. So far, what this book has cost is about 20 cents. So everything, the brainstorming stuff, the scene beats, the outline, and then chapters 1, part of chapter 2, about 10 cents. So what we need to do is get Haiku familiarized again with the book. Because of course Open Router doesn't really keep anything, and I have been working on other projects in between. So what we're going to do is Control-C. This is just Google Docs, whatever doc program you use, go for it. I like Google Docs because it's available no matter what thing I'm on, like my phone, computer, anything. So that way it knows exactly what our expectation is. I don't want it to give feedback. I don't want it to say, okay, this is what we're going to write next. I'm just giving it this so that we can get up to date. Alright, so that was this. Here's this. Interesting. Oh, that's because I had this. Okay. Yeah, I still had that prose in there. Or that prompt. Get rid of that. Do. Where is it? Where am I going all the way back down? Okay. Let's try that again. The scene beats. Okay, what does it have a problem with? Alright, let's go ahead and clear the model. Now we're going to clear the chat. Let's try this again. Okay, good. So where did it decide that it absolutely hates life? Probably... Alright, I'm not going to deal with that right now. So I want to feed it to it scene by scene, so that it has less of a chance to go absolutely annoyed with me. See? And this is the novel so far. Get rid of all of that. Okay. Okay, so it seems like it has a good idea of where we are right now. Of course, it's just chapter 1 and part of 2. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and get started with it writing the prose. If you were giving it to it when it was chapter 15, definitely have it summarize what's happened so far. But since it's 1 and part of 2, I'm comfortable with it knowing what's going on right now. So let's go ahead and jump right back into it. I'm going to say these are the scene beats for chapter 2. There's a flashback scene here that I don't like, but I want to see what it does with it. There's also this thing where they're separately reflecting on the immense pressure. They're separate, but it's one scene, so I want to see what it does there too. Okay. Haiku, I'm glad you're excited because you're about to write it. So this was scene 1 from previously. But it feels like, see, this was scene 1, this is scene 1 here, and this is scene 2. It feels like this is already done. So I'm going to say this is where we need to be, but we're here. I'm going to say that, type in that, okay, here, because we are switching like who we're seeing, I'm going to go ahead and put that, and I'm going to go ahead and prompt here. So if you are working on other projects, it does take a little bit to kind of get back up to speed, but it's not impossible. Copy that, paste it here, Alright, so he's having a conversation with his mom. It's easy enough. We are currently at almost 5,000 words, so that's great for 2 chapters. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and grab this again. I don't love flashback sequences, so I'm going to see what it does. I may end up cutting it completely. Yeah, this feels useless, honestly. We can show this so much better in current action and dialogue than just being like, oh, he could still remember. And it feels out of place, too. So I'm not going to worry about this. I'm going to cut this completely. Has this already happened, though? Pretty much, it already did. I'm going to see what it does with them separately reflecting, but I may just have it focus on Liam instead, since we're right now with him. Okay, it's not terrible. I'm going to go ahead and copy it. I may decide to kill it later, but for right now, it can stay. Alright. So we are at... Nice. Almost. It's 5,700. Good. So chapter 3. We can do chapter 3. We have everything set up. We can easily do chapter 3. So just like before, just going to grab this. Just going to put it up here so I have it handy. Perfect. Thank you. Let's move on to chapter 3. Here are the scene beats. Right, here we go. Chapter 3, Scene 1. That's interesting. I don't know why I did that, but that's okay. Right, are you all done? Good. Copy that. Alright, so where are we? He didn't ask if he could join her, but it seems like he actually left. So since their eating together is pretty integral to the story and its progression, let's go ahead and do that. But it means that I may have to... Alright, let's do this. Alright. So this is not part of the book at all. That's totally not coherent. Guys, they're still at the oak room. He walked away. Let's see if it'll do a better job this time. Okay, it's going totally off course. Alright. Let's remind it where we are. What are you doing? No, stop. Stop. Enough. Okay. Alright, now we're back to where we need to be. There. Okay. That just took a little bit of moving things around. Except this is in Samantha's POV. Alright, so this needs to be rewritten in Samantha's POV. Alright, Haiku, come on. Not that complicated, I promise. Alright, I'm gonna try again. Why are you broken? There we go. Come on, Haiku, it was not that hard. Are you all done? Yep, okay. No, too much, too much. There we go. Alright, so what happens in this scene? Alright, let's do this part. Let me get rid of this, because this is more of an end of the chapter type thing. And we are not there yet. Also, every time that it says their last names, I'm definitely cutting those back. We don't need to keep introducing them again. This. We can just do a find and replace for those later. Easy. Why is it having so much issue today? Okay. Come on, Haiku, you can do it. If it fails this time, I'm going to stop the video and come back to it later. Yeah, it looks like that's what we will get done. I'm going to try one more time, just with a refresh. Deleting that. Copying this. Deleting that. Just one more time. There we go. Except this is not. Alright. Please revise. They are in neutral. Territory. The Oak Room. It's a restaurant. Oh yeah, I spelled that right for once. Haiku's being a little wonky today. Alright, stop. He's not with his mom. Stop. Okay. Let's get familiar with chapter 3 so far. I'm just going to continue this conversation. Haiku is not normally this crazy, so I'm kind of surprised. But it's okay. We're adaptable. Sometimes the technology goes a little crazy. We're at a little over half an hour for this video right now, so I may be stopping it soon, but I do just want to try to get it to actually behave for a tiny bit. It's interesting. Try again. So that's better, but it went really happy with all of the italics, and I'm not okay with that. Some, yes, but the one scene has, look at this, a ton of them. And Haiku is cheap enough that I'm just going to have it redo it. It's easier than me doing it. Unless it just fails to do anything, and then I can just do it. Okay. It's being really weird today, so I'm just going to do it myself. There you go. No italics. Let's see if this... Oh, this is what I didn't want. Whenever it does italics coming from open router, it does these weird underline things. Okay. I'm going to ask it again, see if it does it while I'm going through and redoing this. Nope, it's still thinking. Actually, no, that's not what I wanted to do. There we go. Just replace all. Good. Don't even worry about it, Haiku. I got it. I don't know if I want him this soft already. I'll have to think on this. Is in chapter 3, if he's this soft, it's going to change everything in the book. But let's give it a try. Okay. So I'm going to grab this. I'm going to put it here. I'm also going to put it here. And delete that. And I'm just going to toss that in there. Actually, let's do plain text. I don't know what causes this right now, but it's not normal. It might just be part of what is going on with Haiku, but let's see here. Yeah, some of this is going to need to be cut, but I'm going to take it for right now. Just throw it in there. We need to edit it all later to make it cohesive, but for right now it's okay. It is something. I'm going to throw that in there. There we go. That's the end of chapter 5. I mean, chapter 3. Okay, good. See, this is much more the Liam that I was thinking versus the softer Liam up here. So, just going to copy that, toss that in there, edit it later. What are we up to? Almost 10. That's nice. So, yeah, this will be a substantial book. Let's see, let me do the math really quick. So we're like 3. Yeah, we're exactly where we need to be. Allowing for some to be cut, of course. So 9,500 divided by 3. We're at about 3,100 words. Exactly where I want. So with that average, we'll end up with about 55,000 words. Almost 56,000 words for the whole novel, which is exactly where I want us to be. So that's perfectly fine. Some of this will get cut, of course, but overall, a good chapter 2 and 3, and then next time chapter 4. Thanks for watching. Oh. Actually, we are not quite done. I did not show you how much this session cost. I am so sorry. Okay, so Haiku, of course, super, super cheap. Less than a penny. We were at $4.78. We're now at $4.70. So, yeah, not bad at all. Right. We got chapter 2 and finished. And chapter 3 finished. Good. Not bad. Next up will be chapter 4. Alright, it's looking good. So for 28 cents, we have almost 10K, plus the world building, and then some of this wouldn't have been there if we hadn't had to remind it. Like if you're just in Open Router and you don't have a bunch of other projects going on like I do, then you're not going to have to remind it every single time. Today, Haiku was acting weird, but it's not always going to be weird. So again, thank you so much for watching.